Hey there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is Frag Shooter. In particular, we're just going to go through all the patch notes and I'm going to tell you my opinion on them. So there's not going to be any actual gameplay, which is just a discussion, but stick around to the end. It's not going to be a very long video. Like I said, stick around to the end because there might be some useful hints, tips or ideas, suggestions in this video. And feel free to leave any suggestions or ideas you've got in the comment section as well, because I do reply to pretty much everyone and it's always worth that. So make sure you subscribe to the channels also, because that's super awesome as we push ever closer to 25,000 subscribers. So Frag Shooter 2.21 patch notes, everything you need to know, season 21 and upcoming events. Now what I've heard on the grapevine, what I've seen in notes and here and there, is that the version 3 it's been pushed back and it's going to be latest suggestions. It could be as late as October, but don't quote me on that because it can get moved around even more. But anyway, we're talking about 2.21 today, so let's just scroll down here. There's been some changes, some good, some bad. Nautica, now I take it, now Nautica got a buff a little while back, but she's still not really that amazing. But now she's had another a rework, which they're not going to do a rework for her for no reason. I think it's gonna make her better. What we've got is that her thing that she fires, that harpoon thing that she fires, it can mark an enemy as touched for 8 seconds, and then you get the Leviathan. Leviathan, her special ability, is bigger and more powerful. If you saw the little video that was on the other day, you'll see that it's a much bigger orca. So time will tell how good she's going to be, whether she's going to be the meta or not. I still don't think she's going to be meta, but she's certainly going to be quite useful. It's going to be a buff sort of similar to trying to think of the name of the character now. The Avalanche, that's the one. Avalanche got a buff and it made him, so even though he wasn't really meta, he was still very useful because he could put the ice castle down and it would be a guaranteed kill. So the orca ability might be pretty much, a good enough power to do an instant kill ish, in some situations. So you've got those are the frag powers. I don't know if they're changed from the other ones. Now Captain Polar, this is another useful one. Captain Polar is like in the bottom 3 for worst fraggers in the game. I still think Longshot is the #1 worst fragger, but Captain Polar is possibly #2. So they've changed him as well to emphasize the icy theme, removed his old ability, can't shoot through walls anymore, his ability replaced by classic sniper scope, 12 bullets in the magazine. First 2 shots slow down the target. Again, this was on the little video that they brought out on the official channel. Third one will stun the target, dealing damage. And this again is, I'm going to have to give it a go, see what he's like. I find the snipers are pretty terrible as a rule. Zapgirl probably being the best out of the bunch. But we'll see whether his snipes become useful. See if they actually hit their target. They just miss quite often. I'm going to do a video. Once the new version comes out, I'll do a video using Captain Polar and see whether it's any good. Zoom included. What else does it say here? So all that is pretty similar, I think. Like I said, it's just a rework of his abilities. So it stacks. First target, first stack, freeze, slows by 35. Second stack slows by 65. Third stack does a freeze, which is the same as Newt when he gets characters frozen. So that's pretty useful. Pretty useful damage. The proof will be in the pudding as to whether or not you can get those hits off. Main weapon fire. This is 2 frag powers. Features in 2.1. So now you've got this stuff here, which is to do with save the planet, spending real money in game for trees. That's only for people that have got enough money that they can afford to spend money in the game. So good luck to anyone who's got some spare money. But for the rest of us, free to play, we're going to skip on down to the other bit I wanted to talk about. Past all that. Planting trees, making waterfalls map restore itself to its former glory, yada yada. And frag pass. No. Oh, it's okay. There's another little bit. Rick Rock and Dolby abilities will make their target dance, much like DJ Equalizer with his ability. So that might be quite fun to do. Frag Dojo event. No, I'm not interested in that. Balancing. Right, this is another key bit, so stick around. Bobbler. Now, Bobbler is quite good, but I found that his ultimate bubble was a bit annoying, because if you ultimate bubble someone, then because it was a reduced damage on them, all your AI characters would be shooting at this character in the bubble, and it would distract them from anyone else that was attacking. So in that sense, it wasn't very good. So I don't understand this bit. Decrease movement speed by 10%, increase movement speed by 50%. I think that means they've decreased his minimum move speed by 10% and increased his maximum move speed by 50%. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a mistake on words there. Bubble. Decrease the maximum damage by 25%. Increase the minimum damage by 25%. The gun no longer slows enemies. So it's an all-round sort of medium damage weapon at any distance. The ultimate bubble, but it's a bit of a pain that it doesn't slow down enemies. I thought that was quite a useful feature of it. The ultimate bubble. So this is the main thing. Decrease cooldown by 40%. So you can get it coming along more often. The floating effect only lasts for 3 seconds. So there's a massive reduction on that, because it used to float off forever and ever. Ability can't be interrupted. Bobbler's ability no longer reduces damage taken. So you can get maximum damage on someone who's in the bubble. So that's really good. But like I said, it's only for 3 seconds. It's pretty good for, stopping people in their tracks for a little while. Bubble size increased. Wave. DJ Beam. Increase maximum damage per second by 15%. That's a welcome addition for the Wave, because obviously the Wave was pretty awesome. One of the characters that became the number one in the game for a little while, especially when his ultimate ability was taking out everybody on the map, but they reduced the range of it, so it wasn't so good. And he sort of dropped out of meta, basically. That giving him that increase in damage might push him a little bit more towards meta. Not sure if he actually make it into the meta now. Now this bit, for me, is quite upsetting, because this character is in my main deck, Kazoolu. For obvious reasons, best defender in the game. Top three characters in the game probably, but they've made it so that his weapon is a lot less effective. But moreover than that, the Octotem fill, which was the main thing with him, the cooldown increased by 11%, slow effect on impact decreased by 8%, poison effect, trap health points decreased by 50%. Duration after being summoned decreased by 30%. The traps aren't going to stick around for as long either, but I still think he's going to be meta, even after the decrease. AO, another character that was in meta, that is still in meta, I think. Decreased movement speed, increased movement speed while shooting by 65. So he's still going to be, even with the decreases, I think he's still going to be in the meta. Nothing's going to change that. Leica, they're making some changes because I think people were abusing the Leica character. I don't think he was still that great. He was still good, but not meta. But what they didn't like was people were going into buildings and using his ability to get a lot of damage on the bunkers, which I thought was pretty cool actually. But they've done a lot of decreases on everything on here. Weapon fire rate can't be triggered in buildings anymore. And they've made some changes to Dolby as well, which is another character that's in my main deck, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. Is he going to stay? We'll have to see if his ultimate ability is going to keep him in the meta or not. Increased movement speed shooting by 33, decreases normal movement speed by 18%. Dolby's main weapon no longer shoots through walls. New visual effects, bunker beats, so time between casting time and effect time 1 second. Increased stun duration by 200%. So people stay stunned for longer. Delay between ability waves increased by a big amount. In effect, radius decreased as well. So that'll be interesting. Lucha Moitra, he's been in the meta ever since I've known it really, which is like 2 odd years, 3 years maybe. Big win rates he was getting. The tankiest. They've decreased his hit points. I think he's still going to be the tankiest in the game. Decreases all round for him, his chainsaw and everything. I think that's just going to rein him in a little bit. But I think, you know, possibly it needed to be done. He's still going to be good. He's still going to be used a lot. He's still going to be in the meta. So those three characters that were in the meta, Dolby, Kazoolu and Lucha, going to be reduced, but still going to be effective. Maybe not, they won't be the best as they in the rankings, but definitely very good. So that concludes my views on this update. Don't forget to leave a comment if you've got any questions on this, and also give this video a like, and I will see you guys next time.